Hi there, I am by the grace of God, Jerry Adjorlolo, and you are welcome to Mind Your Business, my lunchtime business show every Wednesday at 1 o'clock, where you get to meet some fascinating entrepreneurs and resource persons you really want to hear from and who will share with you how they've been minding their business in this new normal with nuggets and tips on how your businesses can remain efficient, competitive, profitable, and sustainable during and after COVID-19. It's all here on Mind Your Business, simple and relevant conversations for everyone. Have you missed me? Well, I've missed you too. It's been a month away undertaking some very amazing projects I'll tell you about shortly. Today I come to you from the comfort of my home study. It's been one virtual meeting after another. You know what? I have the next one in 30 minutes, but I say, hey, let me talk to you, people who really matter, my subscribers. It's been 7 episodes thus far, with 3 more to go to end the first series on young entrepreneurs. Have you noticed the common threads that run through all my interviews and all my guests thus far? Have you? Well, it's because I'm weaving a very compelling story, which I'll be sharing with you at the end of the 10th episode. Trust me, you'll love it. So our last episode was with the creative director of Purple Twirl, Abokuma Ellis, and oh boy, the reviews have been beyond our expectation. You see, Abokuma is a fine example of what is possible with focus, determination, and structure, to say the least. If you missed the interview, check in the link below. And while you're that, don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share. And together, let's build something formidable on this platform, shall we? When you see a need, you have to identify an opportunity. You have to do your research, build a competent team, and never forget to invoke the God factor to crown your efforts. Such is the story of our Entrepreneur of the Week. Young, ambitious, promising, self-motivated, and rising. The inspiring story of Bernard Danso Ntow, a fine young entrepreneur making indelible footprints in Ghana with his Dansworld International Services Limited, a group of companies with specialty in environmental and facility management. From humble beginnings as a cleaning enterprise in 2015, Dansworld has grown organically into a full-service company with fumigation, Pest Extermination Services, real estate and property management, and recruitment of artisans and tradesmen for construction companies, engineering and consultancy services, serving a wide range of industries from construction and real estate, banking, commercial, logistics, education, retail, food and beverage, hospitality, health and religious, to mention but a few. Just as Rome was not built in a day, so is the case of Bernard, who upon completion of his first degree, a bachelor's in business administration and commerce, spent a good number of years serving and learning in various industries under the feet of some formidable yet inspirational leaders, where he gained key leadership and negotiation skills. He served as assistant administrator during his internship with the CSSVD department of Cocoa Board, an assistant data entry clerk with the Electoral Commission of Ghana during the 2012 biometric exercises, and as sales manager for Royal the King Limited for a period of 3 years in Agona Swedro. Under his leadership, the company's revenue stream has grown exponentially, augmented by a competent employee workforce and a strong adherence to corporate governance structures. It is his dream and that of his company to become the most evolved and mega indigenous service provider and facility management company in Africa, working closely with multinational companies on both local and international platforms. Bernard has also won a host of awards, notable among them being the Ghana Most Respected Industry CEO Awards in the category of Environmental Management Services and Products, and recently played a key role in the National Disinfection and Cleaning Services of marketplaces, lorry parks, schools, etc. in the fight against COVID-19. He is currently studying for a certificate in Environmental Management Program from the Institute of Environmental Management and Assessment, United Kingdom, having completed an honors diploma in management and workplace safety not so long ago. Clearly, this is a man who is constantly widening his knowledge base in order to keep abreast of fast-paced and constantly evolving trends to meet world-class standards toward exceeding expectations. Bernard Danso Ntow, my brother and friend, it's great to have you on Mind Your Business. How is business?
Business has been good.
You're making too much money. It's against the law. But 5 years, you've done so well.
Thank you.
But tell us, what's your business?
So basically, we are into environmental management services.
Okay.
Let me narrow it down a bit. When we say environmental management services, we are talking about pest control,
okay,
disinfection, cleaning, garden maintenance, and supply of janitorial products.
Oh,
yes.
Okay.
So that's basically.
You're not just spraying people's houses.
No.
Oh, that's what we all think. I mean, you know.
No.
But tell me, what's been the experience in 5 years?
I would say the experience hasn't been easy, but
wow.
There's a saying that says that winners never quit,
exactly,
and quitters never win.
Sure.
So fast forward, right after school, I was just doing an environmental scanning. I was scanning through my environment, what I could do. But this thing came as a result of when I attended the conference at Central University under the leadership of VLC, Visionary Leaders Conference.
Yeah.
So the speakers spoke about wealth creation. So when we came back from the conference, normally, when you go for conference, you are well empowered.
Yeah.
So I was just looking at, okay, what can I do for myself? Because then I wasn't doing anything right from school. I wasn't doing anything. So I said, okay, well, this is what I could do. So I did an environmental scanning and noticed that there is nothing like environmental services. And then back then I was calling cleaning services.
Okay.
There wasn't like anything of such in Aguna Swedro.
Okay.
That's where I was. So it gave me an opportunity to carve a niche for myself. So it was based on like experience somebody said that when we talk about wealth creating, it's simply about identifying an opportunity to create something out of that, to create wealth. Yeah, so I noticed that, okay, well, the available business over there was cleaning. I didn't see any competition there. There was nothing for me. I said, okay, well, why don't I venture into such?
Okay.
Where I had a challenge where some of my mates were making a mockery of me that, you're not serious in life. Why should you go and do cleaning and that stuff? I said, okay, well, that's where I find my passion, because way back from school, anytime I come back from school, I would assist my parents in cleaning home. So anytime school vacation, I came back home, my parents are very happy to see me because they know, okay, once I come back home, I'll put things in order. And if you know me very well, you could tell that I'm very organized when it comes to...
It shows in the trouser line.
I'm very organized as the way I carry myself and what I do and all that. Okay. Yeah. So I spoke to few people, elderly people. I've already kept a team of older people around me who share their experiences with me as to how life is. Life is not just as what we see, but it transcends beyond that. Okay. So they gave me a lead to call to register my business because I wanted to do things right with the best practices of what I needed to do. Not that, okay, it's a tabletop business that I needed to do. And before you begin with everything, you must first see the end from the beginning of what you intend to do. So the first step that I took was that, okay, let me get my business registered. So we registered the business with the Registered General's Department because we have regulatory bodies in our country. We can't just do business anyhow. So because I wanted to receive big checks, that was my focus, and also offer a best service to our clients. So yeah, that's what gave me the motivation.
So you came out of school, you found a need, you registered a business or incorporated a business. What does mind your business mean to you? How have you been minding your business?
So me, Bernard, as a personal clue, or what I take for as a motivation when it comes to minding your business, is basically looking at what we tend to do at Dansworld. So we at Dansworld, we make sure that, just as a saying goes, that a society that does not care for its members, the welfare, is not worth dying for. Because I see that the internal people that we work with, being the staff, they are my first priority. Simply because we spend much of the time with them more than their families. Monday to Sunday, our business sometimes, that's how we do our business, because we work over the weekends for clients and all that. So we spend much time with them. So what I personally, or what the company do for them, is that, one, we make sure we empower them. Because once you empower somebody, you bring the best out in the person. Two, we care for their welfare too as well. Because they can't be working when they are not emotionally sound. How could they keep focus in cleaning somebody's home? Because with our work, we have to pay attention to details for what we do for our clients, so that it can bring them the best out in them. So we make sure that we care for their needs. Now, every quarter as a company with our policies, we make sure there's some level of training, because day in and day out, there are new tools that are coming out, there are new logistics coming out for our industry. So we make sure that we learn about the equipment, we put them through trainings, and we have our technical consultants and our management consultants training the staff to enhance on the quality of services that we give to our clients. Because when a client is satisfied, he or she will even pay you extra for doing the service for them. Yeah.
As you go beyond the expectation, they must pay beyond.
Exactly.
So number one, your internal customers.
Exactly.
Make sure that they are sorted. How else do you mind your business?
Two, make sure that we're engaging with the right tools.
Okay.
Because you can't put a square peg in a round hole. And over the years, we have seen traditional way of doing business. Sometimes it takes a lot of time to get a work done. But with the modern equipment and the tools that we have, we can be doing about 5 homes or 10 homes within a day. So we spend an hour over here and move to the next location because we are working, and our business is just in time.
Okay.
We want to make exactly. We just want to make sure that when a client calls us for work, we are delivering on our promise, that's beyond expectation, and also making sure that whatever time that has been allocated to us, we don't eat into their time. I make sure that I engage. There are times where customers going through emotional challenges. We are going to do business with them, but then you could find out that the person doesn't sit well with them. So I try to have some level of personal relationship with them to see if we can even go the extra mile. There are times where I have to carry wood or do some other services, run errands for the clients that we are working for, because at that material moment, they need to pick their kid from school. They need to get some stuff from the market, and there's nobody over there to do it for them. So,
you mean the whole CEO?
Yes,
you are now Chief Customer Service Officer.
Exactly. I mean, I had to come down to the level of my clients.
No wonder your tagline, beyond expectation.
Exactly.
That's nice. Yeah. You seem to have some amazing values. Your customers, your internal customers, using the right tools. Now you're talking of customer service and customer experience. What other thing makes you mind your business?
Now the best practices in place.
Okay.
You see, just as I say, before we began this business, we knew how the end would want to be like. So knowing the end in mind, and with the vision of our company 26, that we want to be the best service indigenous provider in Africa, working closely with multinationals or multinational companies on both local and international platform.
Okay.
How can we do that? We have something we call standard operating procedure, as ISO and all that. So we make sure that we conform to the industry standards.
Okay.
So based on that, we are a member of the Ghana Chamber Association.
Okay.
We belong to the CCAG, that's the Contract Cleaners Association. We also belong to AGI, Association of Industries. Belong to Dubai Chamber of Commerce, and then a few other associations that we belong to.
And you've won some numerous awards too.
Exactly.
Whoa, Charlie, God has been good.
Thank you.
But now let me ask, you've heard of the Africa Continental Free Trade Area. What does it mean to you, and what does it mean to your business?
Okay, just as our vision of the vision of the company is, once again, to become the best indigenous service provider in Africa, working closely with multinational companies on both local and international platforms. Okay. Now, the AFTA has been a blessing in disguise, because looking at some of the things that we'll see, that's in the challenges, in respect to, we are going to have a wider, markets. Now, there are going to be some good and bad experiences in there, because we can't tell the quality of people that are coming in. Exactly. Because there should be some level of due diligence with the companies that are coming there. So we would experience this, but we shouldn't keep our focus on the bad. Okay. Because there is a positive aspect of it as well. Okay. Exactly. So for us as Dansworld, we are looking at how best we can have an access to a wide market that we can have in there, and also the best prices and the standards. Because once you are here doing a business and now looking at after, it's going to give you that look. You need to sit down, do position your company very well, empower or equip the team, because you can't offer anything below standard. Exactly. As in abysmal performances. Yes, and also we winning the industry CEO awards for the Ghana industry CEOs. It gives us a competitive advantage, because yes, we won for environmental management services together with the products as well in 2020. So it gives us a competitive advantage as a company.
But let me ask, what must governments do? What must the industry do? What must regulators do to harness the full benefits of AFTA?
Yes. We've talked about the challenges and the opportunities out there. Now, influx of service providers and all that. Now, before we can make sure government putting a very good, effective system, what government needs to do, there should be a regulation.
Okay.
Yes, because if it's AFTA, it doesn't give us, there's going to be some level of bilateral trade in here, but as to the sanity of people that we are bringing there.
Okay.
So there should be effective regulation of service providers. That should be the first thing. And capacity building for the service provider too as well.
Wow. So government must ensure effective regulation and supervision, as well as, the local players to building capacity to scale.
Exactly.
Take advantage of. Wow. But let me ask, what advice will you give to the young ones who are starting business today?
The first and foremost thing that I've told them is that in my earlier submission, one thing I skipped was that I have some good mentors around me.
Okay.
When you follow a group of about 7 bad people, you become the 8th person.
Yeah.
In the same way, when you follow a group of about 7 people who are good, you become the 8th person. Yes, and you are as good as the people around you.
Of course.
So first and foremost, they should be able to discover themselves with their talents and giftings that they have, and the kind of industry they want to play along or they want to work in. One of the things that gave me a motivation to even carry on was that in a search, I was desperate for something. I felt that I needed to curate or do something. So I had to move to a company to learn what they are doing.
Okay.
Because there's no way you have to go to reinvent the wheel when
Exactly.
the wheel has already created. So I was looking at what they were doing.
Okay.
So our advice is that, one, there should be some level of mentorship.
Okay.
There should be some level of volunteerism. The youth of today wouldn't want to do such a thing.
Apprenticeship, I believe.
Exactly.
Wow. Okay. You are the second person who has come on the show who has talked about apprenticeship.
Exactly. Because you learn certain experiences, because the school wouldn't teach you the thing that you get to face out there.
Okay.
One of the things I keep telling people is that, unlike doctors that will go to school for 7 years, 6 years to come out, do housemanship before they fully become a doctor, an entrepreneur doesn't get such a thing.
It's true.
So we have such experiences as we move along.
Okay.
I had a very shock of experience of my life. One time when I was doing a business, I didn't know how the whole thing was going, because I felt that this thing was too huge for me. What could I do? But they say winners don't quit and quitters never win. The offer that I had was that I had to speak with my mentors around me.
Okay.
Then you have to encourage a young man. You go through it. Yes, just take your time. Go through these processes and you come out best. They gave me an encouragement, because it's a lonely road that many travel. And sometimes you see us at midnight traveling, working, and where do we even get a motivation from? But you have people sleeping. That's the road that lets travel and entrepreneurship. But I can tell you that once you keep it very well, just as there's a saying that says that just as you lay your bed, so as you sleep on it. Once you keep your focus and you grow it to the kind of business that you want to have, I cannot tell you that, look, you enjoy from the fruit of your labor.
Last question. How should entrepreneurs or business people mind their business, especially in these times?
In these times, I will engage that there are so many news out there. When you tune into your radio, there are too much noise on social media. So there are times where you have to lose, you don't have the focus, or you don't even get a concentration. But one thing I can assure you is that you need to mind your business in this time, but having new energies, reading new ways of doing business, because we have AFTA in there. There are new opportunities. The internet is there. We live in a global village. So we can read a piece of information that can be your guide. I, for one, I make sure that in every sittings, I do my jotting. You see me in my early mornings, I sit down. What are current trends? What news are coming up?
Every day you're writing something.
Yes, I'm writing something. You can see I'm writing something. Because we can't just live in a world where we don't know what is happening around us. So I advise that we learn the best practices in place. We also make sure that there should be a God factor, because God is the giver of life. Once you pray and you commit your ways into your hands of God, God will direct your path.
Wow. The God factor, being deliberate about what you hear, what you watch, what you feed on, but most importantly, learning something new every day.
Exactly.
And jotting it down. The next time we come to you, I believe you'll be the Reverend Bernard Danso Ntow. Until that time, keep at what you're doing. Dansworld International,
Beyond expectation.
Thank you for the
Thank
support.
you.
All right. And that's a truly inspiring story of a young man meeting very critical needs in our society. Mr. Bernard Danso Ntow and his Dansworld International Services Limited. Please follow them on all their social media handles as displayed on your screen. You will thank me later. I sincerely hope that these interviews inspire you to mind your business no matter how small your endeavor. If you like this kind of content and you'd like me to do more for you, please get interactive with me in the comment section. Be sure to also like this post, share it with your friends, subscribe to the channel, clicking on the bell icon to stay notified every time we make a post for you. And so till I come your way again with another insightful edition, I am by the grace of God, Jerry Adjorlolo, and I entreat you to mind your business because no one else will.